So good morning. I would like to talk today with all of us about what is new in PowerProtect Data Manager, our backup and recovery software. We have a new version of PowerProtect Data Manager 20.2. Do you know when this release has been, provided on the market? Do you know the date when it was released? It's quite new. It's quite new. The version 20.2 is from, let's say, last day of June, 30th of June. So it's, less than month. We release new versions of PowerProtect Data Manager, something like every quarter. What is PowerProtect Data Manager? So PPDM, PowerProtect Data Manager, this is a backup and recovery software. So customer has an environment, virtual machines, databases, files, and he would like to protect it. So there are a lot of I wanted to say there are a lot of backup softwares, not that much. Currently, the competition is not very big. We have our PowerProtect Data Manager. There is Commvault, there is Veeam. So the competition is not, very wide, I would say. And PPDM provides a lot of unique features. It's very easy to differentiate with PowerProtect Data Manager. But so this is a backup and recovery software. Customer can I will show you also the screen. So this is our PowerProtect Data Manager. This is our dashboard of PowerProtect Data Manager. Very easy, very nice backup recovery software. Very easy, first of all, but also very powerful from enterprise features, a lot of enterprise features. As I said, just backup and recovery software. We need also backup media. The backup media can be data domain. Yeah, PPDM can backup, recover, of course, from data domain. Here is the place where we keep backup copies. Also, PPDM can store backups on object storage. Yeah, object storage. S3 is object storage. So PPDM can backup and recover. There are a lot of nice features. So first of all, it's client direct. Every asset data source that is backed sends data directly to data domain. So it's very, very, very fast. There is also source deduplication. We send only 1%. A lot of features. Customers usually have very good opinion about data domain, of course, about data domain as well, but about PowerProtect Data Manager. But today we want to talk about what is new. I encourage you that this will be a discussion. So please protest, provide comments, ask questions via chat or via voice, no problem. We'll finish no later than 10 a.m. Vienna time, so maximum 25 minutes more. Okay. So what is new? There are a couple of new features in the 20.2, but also 20.1. I want to start from our Dell distributed private cloud. Can you tell me, do you know this solution from Dell? It's not a backup solution. The distributed private cloud, Native Edge. Previous name is Native Edge. Do you know this solution? Did you try to position it? Bernard, is there a license enforcement in 20.2? No. I don't know anything about this. Nothing mentioned in the release notes that I have heard. If you have different message, please let me know. But no, the answer is no.
It's just because of the change of dynamic licensing.
No. Dynamic licensing is something different. Yeah, so there is dynamic licensing in 20.2, I think 20.1 as well, but this is completely different thing. We just want to automate, sending the license to PowerProtect Data Manager, okay? So this is dynamic licensing means that the license is automatically taken from Dell, okay? But that's all. Of course, if it is possible, maybe, data center does not have a connection to, internet, to Dell, whatever. So it can be also provided manually. So, but coming back to, of course, thanks a lot for the question, Bernard. Please ask, and let's make it a conversation. Private cloud is our virtualization Dell distributed private cloud. This is our virtualization, and PowerProtect Data Manager can backup and, of course, restore virtual machines of our cloud solution, of our virtualization solution. And again, like everything in the PPDM, it's very, very easy. Yeah, you can see if you want to protect native edge, you need to define, of course, policy means what you want to protect, how long, and so on. And let's say I want to create policy P1. And as you see, there are a lot of course, we can protect Hyper-V, we can protect VMware, but with Nutanix, which is not mentioned here, but also Nutanix as a virtualization, but we also can protect native edge virtualization, which is, I mean, the old name, because the new name is distributed private cloud. Okay. When we go further, we can see what are the options. So, I mean, we have all the top features not available. You know, for example, Convol does not have this feature even for VMware. You see this feature, which is synthetic full. Yeah, synthetic full. So it means we're able extremely fast backup our virtual machines from our virtualization platform, synthetic full, yeah, which is huge, fast method of performing backup of virtual machines. Shortly, it means that again, PPDM can do this for all virtualizations. Our virtualizations, Dell Private Cloud, of course, for VMware, for Hyper-V, for Nutanix, everywhere we are able to perform synthetic full, which means that in each of these virtualization, if the virtual machine is 10 terabyte, we want to backup, for example, to data domain, PPDM controls this backup. We just send from the data store, from the storage, we just send, and we want to have a backup 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m., 30 a.m. I mean, in this backup, we only send, I don't know, delta. Only thing that's changed between 10 and 11, but so you know, the backup takes something like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, because there is only send delta, the difference between the previous backup and the current one. But in reality, we have a full backup. This is the magic of a data domain. He gets a delta, but he makes a full backup, and we have full backup of 10 terabytes, 10 terabytes, 10 terabytes, 10 terabytes. So it's magic. It's magic. You know, I had a conversation with customer yesterday, and it was magic for him. Currently, customer has a Commvault. He performs backups once per week or once per day, and this is what we say. You can have a full backup of your environment every hour. It's magic. Yeah. So that's one thing which is great. So again, our distributed private cloud, this is what we support. And just one moment. Okay, introduction, this is what we had. So, of course, all other features, because PPDM, when it backups virtualization, it automatically discovers all the virtual machines, okay? So, if customer wants to backup you know, if customer wants to backup virtual machines from Hyper-V, from our virtualization, from VMware, from Nutanix, he will see everything here. We connect to our Dell Automation Platform Orchestrator, so customers see all the virtual machines. He just clicks what he wants to backup. We of course provide compliance, so you know, whatever, if there will be any hacker ransomware attack, customer can be sure that data domain has a compliance, so customer will be able to restore everything. It doesn't matter how powerful is the cyber attack, what artificial intelligence has been used, what methods, weapons. We do not care. We just restore. This is a huge value. And again, from the yesterday conversation, customer said this is a huge important for him. Yeah, one thing which is huge nice, And this is the thing. Just let me, yeah. Here you see something like protection rules. Simply, it means self-backup environment. So we can say in PPDM for our Dell private cloud, our virtualization to Hyper-V, to VMware, to SQL, to Oracle, whatever, we can say that if there is a new virtual machine, this virtual machine will be automatically protected by PPDM. There is required no action from backup administrator on PPDM. He does not have to do, he doesn't have, he needn't do anything. He needn't do anything to just protect a new virtual machine. The new virtual machine will be, protected automatically. Okay. And, the last thing, of course, we provide the restore of the virtual machines for our distributed private cloud. Yeah, distributed private cloud. Of course, we provide restore to the same virtual machine to different, but what is incredible, we provide instant access. So, for example, there is a 10 terabyte VM virtual machine. It has been destroyed by ransomware. We don't need to restore. No, it's not required to restore. We can start this 10 terabytes virtual machine on our virtualization distributed private cloud or on VMware, doesn't matter. We can start it directly from data domain, okay? No, there is required absolutely, so we don't require to physically restore. We can start the virtual machine directly from data domain, and data domain will behave just like PowerStore or PowerMax or whatever. Any question?
Fine.
So, yeah, please.
Just one question, not about DBC. Do we have now the chance to back up Proxmox with PPDM, like for SUSE?
Shortly.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry for that. So, guys, because I try to be nice, but I was pushing very much for Proxmox. And I think that our product management understood this, and I believe that no later than Q1 2027, and we will have Proxmox in PPDM. Okay? But thank you very much for the question. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Proxmox is, going up like a rocket, and our product management finally understood it, and we will have it. Yeah. The second thing that I want to tell you is, I don't know if you are aware. Are you aware about the fact that if we have a PowerStore, do you know PowerStore? Sure, everyone knows PowerStore.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Sorry for the question. Absolutely. So when you have a PowerStore, probably you know that PowerStore can directly back up to data domain. Do you know it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have it running in my test environment.
Great. Absolutely. And how does it work, Bernard?
It's just a snapshot which will be replicated using DD Boost to the data domain. Yeah. In a separate container.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Thank you very much, Bernard. So, for example, I don't need PowerProtect Data Manager. I don't need Commvault. I don't need Vim. I don't need anything. If here I have a volume, for example, and on this volume, there are 20 million of small files, and it's very difficult for Vim. It's very difficult for Commvault to back up this. I can say to the customer, hey, customer, don't fight with Vim or Commvault because they will not be able to help you. Just tell PowerStore to back up this volume directly to data domain. There will be source deduplication. Let's say I make it very simple, but there will be sent only 1% of the data. Again, this will be to be more precise. There will be virtual synthetic full. Okay, so you will have a huge fast backup. It will take 6 minutes. to back up this volume, I don't know, 10 terabytes, 20 million of files, and in 6 minutes you will have a full backup on the data domain. So it's great, great, fantastic. And again, customer does not need any backup software, even PPDM, even of course Commvault or Vim. It is just enough to log into the PowerStore and just backup to data domain.
But it's not
yeah,
work with file level, only with block volumes.
Yes, yes, yeah.
But
I mean,
20 millions of file, it's manually a file case, not block case.
Okay, you are right. You are right. There is also similar feature. I mean, there is very similar feature to NAS from PowerStore. Of course, we can back up, NAS on the PowerStore as well. So, but you are absolutely right. Okay, but for example, so to have a little bit much nicer for us use case, yeah. Okay, my blame. So imagine that customer has 60 terabytes of Oracle or whatever, and he needs huge fast backup of Oracle. Again, but the story is the same. We'll perform the backup in 6 minutes. So we'll perform it huge fast. Yeah, because of just the methodology of this virtual synthetic. Yeah. So, the value, but generally the value is that if customer has very tough environment to backup, then because it is on the PowerStore and we do not care what is inside, and we just made it between PowerStore and data domain, those backup are huge fast, like 6 minutes. Okay, and we have a full backup. The second thing, we don't send all, we send almost no data. Okay, so we have, little data sent. Okay, something like 1%. No backup software. So it's very cheap to the customer. Yeah, no backup software. Because, for example, if you have 60 terabytes, what one of us asked just a second ago about the license. Yeah, that in PPDM we need a license, in Commvault, in Vim. Here we don't. Customer does not need a backup software license. So if this backup directly from PowerStore to data domain is fine for him, he saves a lot of money. Okay.
So, sorry, wrong case also, because Oracle need to be registered backup in Herman catalog. If we cannot, all integration between data domain is integration with Herman catalog and Oracle Enterprise Manager. With this case, we only can use user interface of PowerStore, which is not integrated with Oracle Herman catalog.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, Yuri, thank you very much. Great message. You are right. And you answered my next question. So why do I talk today about this feature? When PPDM is not required, but the title of our session is what is new in PowerProtect Data Manager. Of course, it can be managed. By PowerProtect Data Manager. So what is the value of PPDM in such an environment? The first value just mentioned the Yuri. For example, if I really want to have an Oracle, if I really want to have Oracle backup, then probably, as Yuri mentioned, I want to have it coherent, consistent. Okay, so PPDM can orchestrate, can schedule, can start this backup, and PPDM will ensure customer that Oracle will be consistent during this backup. If not, it will be, as you mentioned, it will be crash consistent. Okay, so PPDM value first is consistent backup. Of course, the backup is still directly from PowerStore to data domain, of course, but PPDM is the orchestrator. Yeah, it's only the orchestrator. The second thing, we can have a lot of PowerStores. Okay, we can have something like, I wish every customer 10 PowerStores, for example, or even he can have 2 PowerStores. So maybe 2 or 20. So maybe much easier is to schedule this from one point. Okay, so many many power stores. Okay, many power stores. This is the second thing. Okay, and yes, so again, we have direct backup from PowerStore to data domain. PPDM can manage. We don't require PPDM, but PPDM can manage those backups. And what we really provide with PPDM, who orchestrates the PowerStore backup. So I will show this to you live. So what we will do, we will perform a policy. I will just show you how nice is it when we want to backup directly from PowerStore to data domain using PPDM. Okay, so we will add a policy, and the policy will be the preferable policy PowerStore block. For NAS, we can do the same, but it's, I will not have enough time to show you, okay? So PowerStore policy number 1, okay? Great, let's go further. Let's go further. And when we let's go further, okay? So first thing that you see is that PowerProtect Data Manager, because we are inside PowerProtect Data Manager, we are inside, and PowerProtect Data Manager understand our PowerStore because he says, Daniel, do you want to perform backup, maybe your Oracle, maybe your SQL, maybe your files directly from PowerStore to data domain? Okay, so this will be regular backup to data domain. Or maybe you want to make just a snapshot on PowerStore, okay, and keep it. So we can have snapshot 1, snapshot 2, just on PowerStore. So PPDM, PowerProtect Data Manager, can manage snapshots on PowerStore as well. And we can schedule independently each of this type of the backup. Okay, so I can schedule backup of my you see, of my PowerStore. I can make this backup from primary PowerStore or from replica PowerStore. So you see, we can manage even from which one we want to perform a backup. We can perform the schedule, how often, how long we want to keep on a data domain. So this is what we can do. Very easy, very easy. Okay, so we can just, what we were doing at that moment, we're scheduling backup from PowerStore to data domain at that moment. Or the second thing, we can schedule local snapshots on PowerStore. We can keep those snapshots on primary, on secondary. We can create the snapshot every 10 minutes. We can, every 15 minutes, sorry. No, okay, every 15 minutes. This snapshot can be secure snapshot. Can you tell me what is secure snapshot on a PowerStore?
Like the retention lock on the data domain.
Exactly. This is kind of a compliance, yes. And so I can say, yes, each of this snapshot must be secure, yeah, so it cannot be deleted. So, it is protected against hacker ransomware attack, and please keep it 3 days, okay, locally 3 days, because 30 days it will be kept on a data domain, okay. So you see that of course, we can make those snapshots just on PowerStore. We can make backup directly from PowerStore to data domain, but we also can manage this whole stuff from PPDM, which will be much easier. First of all, you have both policies in the same place. The second thing, if customer has 2, 10, 20 PowerStores, he will just make this policy for all PowerStores, all volumes that he wants to backup. Even more, if the new volume will be added, for example, he will add a new volume, This new volume will be automatically protected by PPDM. He will automatically enforce, of course, if customer wants this. So we have a branch of possibilities with huge, simple way to establish this. Any question?
I don't see any integration with application because AppSync can also cut the log for database and restore this from this snapshot. How is it here?
Yeah, we can do the same, but this is required because we can attach the script at the end. Yeah, at the end we can attach the script. Just I will show you. I didn't add anything, so this is why he doesn't allow me. Okay, when we go further, we can provide that the backup will be coherent. And in this place, we can add just, additional command to make the Oracle coherent, consistent. So yes, we can, having PPDM and direct and having snapshots or backup to data domain, we make them coherent. It's a little bit different mechanism than we had because it's already, I think, end of life in AppSync, but we have it. Guys, is it impressive? Because we need to finish. Is it impressive from your perspective?
Yes, we use it at customers.
Thank you very much. But that's not all. That's not all. We can do much more. Let's imagine that we have that PPDM perform a snapshot or backup to data domain. What we can do at that moment, we can ask the PPDM for this backup, which is a local snapshot on PowerStore or DD, backup to DD. He can perform anomaly detection. So he can those snapshots, those backups on data domain, we can analyze if inside there is ransomware. So PPDM will check on this snapshot or on a backup on a data domain if there is a ransomware. If there is, for example, something like a bad extension, a lot of files deleted, okay, so he can do the whole stuff, anomaly detection on those, PowerStore backups of volumes to data domain or snaps. Any question?
Just to clarify, this anomaly detection covering the cyber resiliency that is a part of a different approach. So this is a part of a cyber resiliency. I'm all right?
This is not CyberSense. Thank you very much, Moya. Thanks a lot for the question. So this is not CyberSense. Okay, because we have two types of, let's say, cyber resilience. Yeah, when we talk about cyber resilience, we can think about two things. Cyber resilience. One is CyberSense. Okay, this is the mechanism from index engine that use in the vault. Okay, now you also have it on the production. Okay, you have it in the vault, DD vault, or you can have it in PowerStore. You can buy this CyberSense. It is called, I think, CyberDetect. Yeah, CyberDetect. So this is CyberDetect. And absolutely, this is the one mechanism. What I was talking about is PPDM anomaly detection, which is completely different. I mean, this thing and this thing, they are completely different. It's absolutely this one and this one is completely different. So first of all, if customer has PPDM and analyze, customer has PPDM, he performs snapshots with PPDM, he performs backups of PowerProtect to data domain, then this is absolutely free option. He can just, when he wants to do this, I believe it can be visible. Then he just clicks here, okay, and he just, enables the anomaly detection from PPDM. So it's no cost option, assuming customer has PPDM. It's absolutely no additional cost option. This is built-in feature of PPDM, which is different than Cyber Detect that we have for PowerProtect. Does it solve the question?
Would be easier, Daniel, to mention that one is metadata only, I mean the PPDM, which is included, and the other one, CyberSense, it's deep dive data detection.
Absolutely.
Right? Content
Absolutely.
Inside database, inside file, inside everything.
Exactly.
Probably this is easier for people to understand the difference. It's not like one different than the other. It's just, one it's complementing the other in a way.
Absolutely. 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 Thank you, Bogdan. Exactly. Any question?
Daniel, just one question regarding the picture you had, like
Not nice one.
Yeah, the one on the right. No, the red one. The differentiation PPDM brings to the table when we have like PowerStore and data domain. The first line was consistent, crash consistent.
Yes.
The second one is managing a number of PowerStore. So I just want to
anomaly detection and anomaly
detection. I just want to make sure about this crash consistency. So if we do not have PPDM in the picture, we are going directly from the PowerStore to data domain. Does it mean it's not crash consistent in that way?
It is just crash consistent. If you don't have a PPDM, it will be crash consistent.
So what was the thing that you were trying to mention, Miles? You were saying for PPDM, the first line was crash consistency. So it was, I thought that it was like the value add of having PPDM in the picture, which brings the value add of being additionally crash consistent. What was the point there? I missed this, I think.
No. So maybe my mistake. Maybe I just didn't say properly. But absolutely, when we have a PPDM, we can have application consistent backup.
Okay.
We can just set it up to be application consistent.
Okay. So if you do not have PPDM, if it is only from PowerStore to data domain, it's not application consistent.
Absolutely. There is no chance, but it's not always that this is an issue for customers. So crash consistent sometimes is issue for customers, sometimes it's not issue. For example, if this volume is just files, I have a customer who has 200 terabytes of files, and this customer does not have PPDM. Here is 200 terabytes of files, and he does not care about crash consistent. He's happy that he does not need to buy backup software, PPDM, Vim, Convol. He just backup this volume to data domain, and he's huge happy because 200 terabytes of backup software is a really huge money. So he saves this one, okay? So some customer says, I don't care. For me, crash consistent is fine. Even if they have, for example, Postgres, Oracle, or SQL, sometimes they also agree on crash consistent. Sometimes, I don't say that always, but this is, what we need to take from the customer. Of course, he can, first of all, if he has a very clear view, if he needs crash consistent or if he needs application consistent or not, that's great. If he needs application consistent PPDM, if he only wants to have crash consistent, that's fine. We can just backup directly from PowerStore to data domain. So this is the first thing. The second, sometimes customer wants from us advice. So what I advise him? I advise him to, I look, if he has Oracle or SQL, I recommend PPDM for application consistent. If files, I really tell him, okay, maybe, direct backup is fine. But sometimes there is also the fourth value of PPDM. Customer has, a big environment. He has backup software to backup this environment, to backup media, and he wants to see also in one console all the backups. So sometimes he also wants to have the PowerStore backup directly to a data domain, from the single console, in this case from PPDM. Does it answer the question?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you. Any other question?
Daniel, maybe just one question. Maybe I missed it. So when we do block level backup from PowerStore to DD, can we do instant restore?
We need, there is, to be honest, there are two possibilities. When you have a, it doesn't, but you know, PPDM is irrelevant. We can have PPDM, we don't need PPDM. When we perform a backup from PowerStore to data domain, we have two types of restore. One restore is to, you know, just the whole volume restore. And second is mounting the backup. For example, we have this is the volume, and we have this backup from yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday, it was 22. We have the backup from 22 July, for example, 13. Okay. And this is, let's say, I don't know, 60 terabytes of this Oracle. So we can mount this backup, this particular 60 terabytes backup. We can mount it to Oracle server. Here is Oracle server. So we can mount, oh, this is Oracle server. We can mount this particular image, this to Oracle server, and the Oracle guy can see this Oracle database and can, I don't know, check something, restore something, and so on and so on. So there are two types of restores. One is volume, the whole volume, and the second one is mounting.
Sorry, but Oracle ISM only block storage, and we cannot mount ISM block volume to any host because data domain only provide NFS mounting.
We mount it from PowerStore. Because what PowerStore does, he requests this kind of a backup, as you said, like a snapshot, and he shows this snapshot to a server. So to be the way is as I have drawn. The way is from server to PowerStore, and PowerStore requires the data from data domain.
Thank you.
Thank you from my side. Does it answer the question, Igor?
Yes, thank you.
Any other remark, comment, like Bogdan, or question? So, guys, thank you very much for this update. Sorry for extending 10 minutes, but I think it is nice to meet from time to time and discuss what is new, what is possible. Because, guys, again, what we discuss, this is absolutely unique points on the market. Backup directly from storage to media, anomaly detection, this kind of snapshots, managing, PowerProtect Data Manager, and you know, the fantastic virtualization backup. This is really what we as a Dell, we only provide this on the market. Yeah, so we can really discuss and differentiate. So thanks a lot. I wish you a fantastic Thursday and weekend. See you on the next session. Thank you very much.